I think, as you head into your fight, and again, I'm sorry for being remiss at the start by not mentioning it, but Saturday on Showtime in Glendale, Arizona, you're going to be fighting David Lemieux, former middleweight champion of the world. And I wonder, David, for you, there's all of these things that are out there before you. Is it hard to focus on a guy like Lemieux, who's been out of the ring for a while, who maybe people are expecting you to just, I'm not going to say walk over, but defeat?
No, it's not hard. I mean, because I feel like at the end of the day, I still respect the sport of boxing so much that I give every man the opportunity. I give him as much respect that I need to prepare well for them. I know David Lemieux, he was a great champion at 160. He's not that old. I think he's like 32 years old. Right. So that's not really that old. He has a lot of experience. And you got to look at it this way, too. He's very motivated because he's fighting for the WBC interim title, too. Just because everybody thinks I'm going to win doesn't mean I automatically won. I have to go in there and actually win. So he's very motivated. He's coming up to 168. And he, like I said, he's a big puncher, too. But I feel I feel like this is going to be the best David Lemieux anybody's ever seen. But that's why I prepared so well for this fight. I've been training for 4 months. I just hit 168 today. I'm on weight, I'm not starving. I'm not doing any of that, and I hit weight perfectly without even struggling. So I'm 100% ready for this fight. I've ran the miles. I've done the rounds of sparring. Everything has been perfect to this fight. And I'm just excited to go in there and give the people a great fight. And I'm not leaving there without that title around my waist.
Obviously, too, you're fighting in front of the hometown fans in Phoenix. That has to mean the world to you.
Yeah, definitely. It does mean the world to me. And I'm very excited because this is my first title fight back at home. And like I said, it's not really Arizona's not an easy place to come out from and to actually win world titles. So I'm just excited I could show the kids too. Like I'm from exactly where you guys are from. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona too. So if I could do it, anybody else could do it. So it means the world to me that I could just motivate and inspire little kids too.
Awesome. Now, I mean, from your perspective, and like I said, that conversation that we had in San Diego, it did appear that maybe the best option for you was going to be someone like either Jermall Charlo, who again the calendar would be favorable for, or Caleb Plant, who hasn't fought since the Canelo fight and he would be available. Has PBC communicated anything to you like, hey, this is what we want to do with you next, or has Showtime said anything about this is the script that we want you to follow or would be ideal?
No, they haven't given me anything particular. Or in particular for like any of those fighters, but I've told them I've voiced my opinion and I said I want you to those guys. If it could be Charlo first, perfect. And it looks like that's what it's shaping up to be because Charlo says he's moving up to 168, this and that. And I mean, with that little scuffle we had, it makes it even juicier to promote the fight. So first things first, I got to go in here take care of business. But I think it's either Charlo or Caleb Plant next.
Oh, how exciting! What? Just first blush. What do you think of a matchup with Charlo?
I think it's a better matchup than with Caleb Plant because Charlo, we both don't like – I mean, me and Caleb Plant don't like each other either, but Charlo, the type of fighter he is, he's kind of a fighter like me, but I'm the natural 168-pounder. We're both hard hitters looking for the knockout all the time, and I feel like that would be more of a fan-friendly fight. But I feel like I could stop Charlo. I mean, I'm a bigger guy. I hit harder. I'm faster. But he would definitely test me, and he would bring the best out in me, so that's definitely what I'd be looking forward to. Caleb Plant would be a different type of fight because I'd kind of have to try to cut the ring off and, be chasing him the whole time because that's Caleb Plant's style. But, I mean, both of the fights are amazing fights. I feel like fans deserve both fights, and I'm excited that we could probably make both those fights happen after this David Lemieux fight.
Could you imagine a 168-pound version of what we just saw on Saturday with Jermall Charlo and Castano? What a war that was. Are you saying that the fight could be like that?
Yeah, but with me, because it would be a different fight because, I'm bigger than Castano. I'm faster than Castano. I'm definitely, more powerful too. But those are the type of fights that I'm excited to give to the fans because that fight, it had me on my seat at the end of my seat the whole time. I was excited watching it. So that's the dream for me to be in a type of fight like that and give the fans what they want to see. That's really what I'm motivated to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think for you, as you look out at everything, I mean, you definitely will be fighting again this year. You can say that with authority?
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely going to be fighting again this year, maybe in December. But like I said, first things first, I got to get this fight taken care of. If it was up to me, I'd fight more. I would fight at least 3 times a year, but you know, I mean, there's nothing I could do. I mean, if they tell me 2 fights a year, which that's what I've been doing the last 3 years. So, I mean, I guess that's what it's looking like, 2 fights a year.
Yeah, and again, I mean, not to we keep looking ahead with you, David. It's so easy to do because we know that you're going to be around for so long and involved in so many great fights. But I mean, again, going back to that point that I was making earlier, Canelo Alvarez, let's say he goes back to Golovkin. Maybe he takes that fight that he was planning to take all along in Mexico, but then he's going to want to fight a bigger guy before he gets back to Bivol. To me, you're the perfect guy. And then again, you could talk about, you know, whatever happens with 175 with all those guys fighting each other as well. You are a candidate in so many great fights. It's unbelievable. I've got to imagine from in your mindset that no matter who you're gonna fight next, it's gonna be a tremendous fight, and probably the next 5 fights after that.
Yeah, and that's what really excites me too, because the fans know that whatever fight I'm involved in is going to be a great fight, and I'm just ready to prove myself against all these top guys, and I'm just excited. But it's just that's the hard thing too, is you know, getting these guys to sign the dotted line and actually put a date on the fights. That's what's been a little bit harder. But I feel like now, since the door is closing in, the walls are closing in on, you know, them and everybody else. So I mean, they're running out of people and options to fight. So that's why I'm excited for the future, because if these fights are very close to be made happen.
Great. And being from Phoenix myself, David, I mean, I'm friends with a lot of people out there, and it's funny. I know these people are going to be attending your fight on Saturday night, and they all say, no matter what's going on in boxing right now, at the end of the day, our guy, David Benavidez, will be the king of all of it. So enjoy that home arena advantage on Saturday night. Bask in that. Good luck, and thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you guys.
All right. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, guys.